to my voice.
Syphilis. Microphone.
Beard. Oh, hey, welcome to I Hate Music. Here we are.
What's going on,
You know, I have one question for you, Nick Woos.
What?
Why Hoobastank?
What is that? Is that a band?
What is that?
I don't remember this shit.
It's a band, but like, what?
They were high, dude. They were just like, oh, let's fucking...
What does that even mean, Hoobastank? I mean,
maybe it's the sound of their dog vomiting or something, you know, or... Let's look it up, dude. I mean, there's a way to find out.
Like, as an adult, though, like, you're at, a family reunion, and your uncle's like, how's that band doing? Kyle? Like, I'm in Hoobastank, No, we're pretty popular, man.
What is that? I mean, every time they have to describe what it is.
Yeah.
It says here, was originally coined by lead vocalist Doug Robb and guitarist as a joke before the band made it big.
Well, that's why you don't do that shit. Because then you make it big, and then all your life you're like, oh.
It worked for Childish Gambino, right?
I know. That was like a band name generator, right?
Wasn't it? Like random name generator.
But that's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of cool.
Well, you can come up with some really stupid shit, and if he was legitimate, that was the first one that came up. That's fucking awesome, man.
I mean, he made it work. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some dumb named bands for sure, but I'm also not.
It's real.
It's not as big as
it's really hard, dude. It's really hard to come up with a band name.
It is.
And what are your sources right now? Every time I think of a band name, because I'm coming up with projects almost every day. Yeah. I look on Metal Archives, make sure it's not taken there, and then I go on Bandcamp, make sure it's not taken there. That's basically all I do.
You don't Google?
Besides, unless it's Metallica or something.
Right. I think that one's taken. But
that'll be on Metal Archives. So
that's true. Yeah. No, Metal Archives, Bandcamp, I Google too. But
yeah, it's cool, tricky sometimes because a band may exist that was a long time ago. You got to do a little more research.
Yeah. I was starting a new project called Nirvana, I think, because that's not taken anymore.
Well, Nirvana AD was a band, right?
Was it? Yeah. Wait. Was it Nirvana AD? No.
Death metal.
Nirvana 2002.
Nirvana 2002.
Yeah.
Nirvana 2002. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
This Swedish death metal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, just add PDX on the end of it or something.
We could start a band called Hoobastank PDX. Let's do it.
We are not a Hoobastank cover band. It's completely original.
Just it's a different name. I don't even know why you're associating with Hoobastank. It's completely different.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that Nirvana, the band name, didn't exist. Like all those hippie bands.
It did.
I'm sure those hippie bands. Yeah, there was one. Okay.
There was one. I might be making this part up. No, I was about to say they're Japanese, but I think that's wrong. But there was like a '60s band called Nirvana.
There had to have been, right? All these hippies.
I mean, it's a pretty normal name. But that's interesting because then it's like, so you don't necessarily have to have a name that never existed, just one that's not existing like right now.
Yeah. So that's the thing to look on Metal Archives is if they're active or not and how long ago it was, and then it's like, I could probably take the name now. If it was the last thing they put out was like 2002, like, I think I'm good now.
Right.
That was 25 years ago now. Jesus Christ.
But then that depends on popularity too. Like,
Sure. I'm not going to...
When Slayer breaks up, you can't just take Slayer and,
No. There was a Slayer AD too, right?
Was there?
Multiple, I think they were from South America somewhere or something.
Weird.
Slayer AD. I'm adding AD to everything.
Yeah. Sepultura AD. But it's always AD or UK or something like that. Yeah. But I like the PDX version. That's cool. We could do...
Entombed did it, right? When there were two Entombs.
Entombed AD.
Entombed AD.
And then Venom has like Venom Inc. That's another one.
Venom Inc. That's right.
Yeah. We could do Hoobastank Inc., Hoobastank PDX.
Yeah, there's multiple names there. It could be used.
Hoobastank Dungeon for like a dungeon synth one or something. Man, I'm just brimming with ideas. But actually, we're here.
Why'd you even think of that, Hoobastank?
I don't know, man.
Such a bad band name.
Sometimes I feel like my mind is just kind of crazy. And so...
Yeah, no, I get it, man. We're all losing our minds a little bit.
Yeah. We're actually here to go over some listener emails.
Nice.
And it's kind of funny because a few episodes ago, I said that I was going to pare back on them. But I feel like our listeners heard that and upped the ante. Like, we got some really good stuff to go over today. So I'm excited about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But first, I would like to talk a little bit about Milwaukee Metal Fest. Agalok just got back from there. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at the Eagles Ballroom in the Rave. We played 2 sets. We did a retrospective set first night, and then Ashes Against the Grain in full second night.
2 sets, dude. Fucking awesome.
Yep. First time we'd ever done that.
Yeah, I doubt many bands have done that at a fest. That's pretty unusual to see a band twice.
It seems so. I know for that festival, Nakamistium did it. Napalm did it, I think.
Okay, so they've done it a few times with other bands. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's something that we always wanted to do because obviously we've played 2 shows back to back, night after night, but we've never done it in the same location. It was a different stage, but it's the same venue. So so that was interesting. But
is the bigger one the Rave Room bigger or the Eagle Ballroom bigger?
The Eagles is bigger. Okay. I'm so bad at capacities, but I would guess 5 to. No, that can't be. It can't be 5. It's like it's crystal size or maybe a bit bigger, so maybe 4, maybe 5. It's hard. It's so hard for me to tell.
I thought the Crystal and Roseland were relatively similar in size, like 1,500 to 2,000, but maybe I'm wrong about
Crystal, I think when it's totally packed, only reason I know this because we sold it out a couple years ago at like 2,000.
Flex. Yeah. Fucking flex,
exactly,
dude.
Yeah. 2,300, something like that. And
nice. Okay.
And I've always been told that Roseland is usually like a little bit small for Agalloch.
Yeah.
And we've never played it. So...
a little smaller.
That's the only reason I get that. But I think Eagles is, it's 2,000 to 3,000, and the Rave stage where we did Ashes, if I were to guess, I would say 600 to 800.
Okay, cool, perfect, intimate.
Yeah. It was cool. But it was cool because I had seen Milwaukee Metal Fests, back in the day in the 90s, I hadn't been to that venue since I saw Mr. Bungle on the California tour there.
Wow, cool.
And I'd seen some legendary stuff there. I mean, on the Eagles stage that we played the first night, I saw Typo there during Bloody Kisses.
Amazing.
I saw... Man, I can't remember who else I saw up there. But downstairs on the other stage where we played it, I saw Thought Industry. I saw, in 93, I saw Absolute Enslaved on their very first North American tour in 94. I saw Impetigo's very last show. There, 94, I saw Disincarnate there.
Oh man,
yeah. So
amazing, Jesus.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
Played on the stage that James Murphy played on.
That's right.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really cool. I'd say I actually wrote down. Yeah, I mean those are I saw Cannibal on the main stage. The first time I ever saw Cannibal. This is 93, 94, something like that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of people there. It was hot, humid, sweaty.
Not good airflow in there, or?
I mean, they have AC, which is nice, but it's still when you're fighting the heat and the humidity, and you got a few thousand people in there. But I got to see a little bit of Hyrax. That was cool. Never seen Hyrax before.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Really wanted to talk to Katon, but I just didn't get a chance.
Damn. Are there any other old school guys in that band, or is it just him? Or
it seems like they're all teenagers and him.
Yeah, like atheists.
Yeah. But yeah, I caught a couple songs of them, and Katon is he's just on fire. He's in the front of the stage, he's screaming at people, and in between songs, he's like, "Bring up the motherfucking lights," and I want to see you motherfuckers. And it's funny.
He was featured heavily in the Iron Maiden documentary.
Oh,
dude.
Really?
He was in there 4 or 5 times.
Oh, wow.
And he's very enthusiastic about metal. That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I love his enthusiasm. Even backstage, his green room. Well, their green room was pretty close to ours. And he was just sitting, just talking with his bandmates about, the Scorpions and Judas Priest, for hours and hours.
Must have stories from the old days because he's been around.
Oh, he's been around, yeah. But, they're sitting there, drinking tea or something. You just picture these guys, swilling cheap beer or something. But they're just having pleasant conversations about, old rock and roll and heavy metal bands and drinking their tea. Amazing. And it's lovely. And people were walking by and being like, "Hey, Katon, how's it going?" But so cool. That was pretty awesome. I got to meet Jamie Josta, the organizer. He was very, very nice, very humble, very sweet, very appreciative of our involvement.
Good.
But
that's awesome.
Kind of a whirlwind. We got there on a Thursday, came back on a Sunday.
Jeez, man. Yeah.
But it was good. And now next month we're headed to Fire in the Mountains for another Ashes Against the Grain set.
Amazing. Is that just the one show, or are you playing twice there as well?
Just once, yeah. I think we play Friday, but I'm staying the whole time. I'm getting there on Thursday and leaving on Monday. Oh,
good. That's awesome.
Yeah, I finally get to see Psy. I'm excited to see Psy and meet those guys.
And they're coming here July something?
July. It's like the next week. It's like the end of July.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, July 29th.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, man, it was good. It was good. Oh, and then after that, we just announced we're doing Chicago, Boston, and New York in August.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me. I didn't know you guys were in works for those shows. That's cool, because you haven't played New York in a long time.
Yeah. 12 years for all of those, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been in the works for a while, but there was some things that were holding us up. But, yeah, we did those, or we just announced those, and I'm excited about that. We got Profanatica to open for us in New York, which is going to be a trip.
Sweet. Yeah, that's fucking cool.
And, yeah, looking forward to that, too. So
good. Well, you felt good about the sound and everything in Milwaukee. You felt good about your set. Sounds like what you were saying earlier was that it was, you guys were nailing it. You guys were
It felt really good. Yeah. The first night, the sound on stage was a bit rough. We didn't get a sound check, and so that was hard. But, you know, a lot of it has to do with Hunter. I feel like Hunter is such a great and steady drummer. Yeah. That even if we get off, like we can just reference him and just get right back on. He's just like the steady pulse, like he should be. Yeah, and there were moments, there were whole songs on that show on Friday where I couldn't hear anything but like static. And so I just, I had to like go close to Hunter and be like, okay, here's the kick, here's the snare, go back, do my thing. Okay, I couldn't hear Don at all. You know, it was just, it was hard for sure. But it just felt like we played a vicious set. Like it just felt like we were like hungry, and the crowd was great. The crowd was into it. It was a lot of fun. And then on Saturday we did the Ashes set, and that was like much more. Well, we could hear each other better. It was
that's good.
Got a nice sound check. And the stage sound was great, and the audience was very receptive, and that was it's a kind of I don't want to say like an easy set for us, but we don't have like a bunch of blasts and shit like that like we do in our other sets, so it's like a little bit more mellow, and it's such a nice like flowing set, just in the entire record of Ashes front to back.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably pretty pleasurable to play, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, so.
What's the like there as far as they go from these grind bands to Machine Head to you guys? What's the crowd turnover? Do people seem to like stick around for all of those things, or is there some kind of trade-off amongst fans? You know what I mean?
It was so hard to tell.
Bands are so random there.
Yeah, it's a weird festival because it is so random. It just doesn't. It feels very unfocused. It is appealing to a lot of different tastes. You know, you've got...
That's what it's trying to do. That's right.
Yeah, Polka Dot Cadaver, Texas Toast Chainsaw Massacre, Frog Mallet, which I feel just appeal to a certain niche of... And it seems like a Midwest thing to me. Like, you don't see those bands playing MDF. You don't see them playing Northwest Terrorfest.
I see, yeah.
And
Macabre played too, right? They're very Midwestern too.
Very, very. So, I don't know. It was hard from our perspective because we were so busy. Like we didn't really see any bands. We didn't
probably
really
hard
see,
to tell. Yeah.
But it was what? It was 3 days plus a pre-party. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's fine. As a fan, I must admit, I think I'm pretty. I can go through those scenes pretty fluidly, but I don't know if a lot of people can. You know, a lot of people may specifically have gone to see you guys. You know.
That
or
is
Machine
true.
Head.
That is
the
true.
Whole other extreme.
Yeah. I think that's very much true, and I think that's why they're appealing to that. It's like I feel like a fest like Fire in the Mountains. It's I don't want to say it's like narrow because you've got 16 horsepower and then Enslaved.
But it's more focused. Certainly,
it feels more focused. Where Milwaukee's
Hell's Heroes is as well, and so is MMF. I think you know. You're a death metal fan, you're going to like everything there. You're a traditional heavy metal fan, you're going to like everything Hell's Heroes. And you're like a obscure black metal fan, or a black metal fan in general, you're gonna like Fire in the Mountain. But the Milwaukee Metal Fest is all over the place.
Yeah.
Was it originally like that, or maybe that's part of the heritage of the fest, or they're just trying to make money? I'm not sure.
I feel like back in the day, it was like a little bit like that, but man, it was so long ago. And it was just such a different time. I mean, 93, 94, you know, you had a lot of those, like, I don't want to say joke bands, but you had those bands that were supposed to be like a little funny or absurd, or I don't know, like the...
Don't you dare mention Broken Hope or something.
No. But, you know, like, I don't know, like Macabre. Like, is that funny? I don't know. I mean, maybe kind of.
Well, we're going to talk about that in a future episode.
Yeah, future episode. Yeah, I don't want to get into it too much.
That's funny.
It's funny,
it's
right?
Funny.
So,
yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard to say. I think they're just trying to appeal to a lot of different people.
Yeah, I'm sure it's more of a money-making thing. It's like, if we spread ourselves out, Machine Head, Suicidal, and these other Midwestern-style bands, we could make a lot more money that way.
Yeah, I
Makes
think
sense.
so. Yeah. So anyway, it was good. We did it. Had fun.
Did it. Good.
Back.
We're in summer now, bro. This is a summer festival schedule you're on.
Summer festivals. That's right. The Summer Fest.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's take a little break and then get into some listener emails.
Okay, sounds good.
This is Dylan Neal from Thief, and anytime anyone asks me, I always tell them the best podcast in town is I Hate Music.
Visit earthandsound.org, the official website for the I Hate Music podcast and Earth and Sound Productions. Here you can find music and merch from bands such as Crossed Paths, Moonbladder, Dolvin, and Traveler's Rest, as well as I Hate Music hoodies and shirts. Keep up to date on the latest happenings and subscribe to the newsletter at earthandsound.org.
All right, we're back. We're going to get into some listener emails. But before I do that, I do want to briefly talk about our Patreon.
What?
Yeah,
you never mentioned this.
I know. We do have a Patreon. It helps us with overhead costs. It shows your support and your love for Nick and I. You can find that at patreon.com/IHateMusicPodcast. And if you subscribe, you can do a $5 a month, $10 a month. It's one of those, I hate those terms, but set it and forget it type of things. So each month we get money from you and you forget about it. It sounds like a scam, but it's not.
It's just like your Netflix, dude.
Exactly. And all the other million subscriptions you have. So
Very
just
Jim.
give
Very
us
Jim.
some money too. But if you...
Might as well add us to the list.
Exactly. But if you do sign up, we will say a nice thing about you.
I'm afraid to look at all that shit, man. The subscriptions fucking... I'm
Ooh.
watching something on Paramount Plus. What the fuck am I watching on there? But anyway, I have that one.
Yeah. Well, you were probably a year ago and you still have a subscription and you haven't used it for like a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
fucking
problem.
Hulu, every one of these things. It's adding up, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just add this to your list. It's not a big deal. Just subscribe for
deal.
like $50, $100 a month. It's all cool. But if you do, we'll say something nice about you. So our newest member is our good friend Mayo from Vancouver, Washington. He's an old friend. He has helped me book shows. He's helped Moonbladder. He's helped my solo work. He's helped Agalok. He is a massive Genghis Tron fan. Big supporter of everything that I do. And you got it?
Yeah, I got it. I got it today.
Oh, I got the
new tape.
Yep, I got the record yesterday.
It's fucking great, dude.
Awesome. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm going to sit down and really absorb.
Congrats to Genghis Tron.
Yeah.
Man, great shit right there.
Awesome, man. That's great. Yeah, that episode
very diverse.
Came out last week, I believe. But yeah, super stoked on that. Really excited to hear it. But anyway, thank you, Mayo, for signing up for that. We really appreciate it.
Wow.
Yep. Let's get in.
And it's afforded us on the video, which I don't think we're even posting anymore. You can see Jason's new microphone.
Oh, that's right. If I sound different, Mark Marino always used to say this when he's traveling, but like if I sound different, it's because I'm using a different microphone. I have some new headphones too. I don't think that'll affect the sound quality. But,
no, probably not. But you're looking good with that, man. More professional.
Microphone. Gingivitis. Syphilis. Yes. But yeah, new mic, man. And thanks, Mayo, for buying me a mic. That's amazing.
Yep. Thank you.
That's where your Patreon money goes. Anyway.
Straight into your nose, too.
Oh, Jesus. No.
your coke habit?
No, not so much. Not so much. Our first email.
I've never tried cocaine. I'm not going to snort anything, dude. That's
no,
dumb.
dude. That's not cool. I mean,
no.
Why would you want to do that? I mean,
drugs aren't cool.
No, just say no to. What was it? The Roadrunner thing? Stop the madness. Remember that?
Do you like the AI thing that I did? Did you see it, bro?
Yeah, you sent it
Did you see it? Okay, good.
Well, I mean,
I thought that was pretty genius.
Yeah, it was a while back, right?
Yeah, I did it for Neon Wizard, but it's for it's exactly taking the words of don't do drugs, but it's don't do AI, basically.
Yeah. No,
really
that was awesome.
Really
I love that.
Thanks, man.
It's so good. All right, our first email is from John Dixon. I know he's written in before, but I can't really remember why or how. And he signs it Tyler, so maybe his name is Tyler, but the email address says John Dixon. Anyway, he says, Jason and Nick, I've been listening since the beginning of the podcast, but finally felt compelled to reach out with your Workout Metal episode. That was a good one. I liked the Workout Metal episode. That was fun.
Did you? Did it come out all right?
Yeah,
I haven't re-listened.
Well, yeah, I don't re-listen either. I mean, I edit, but I don't re-listen.
Well, I was thinking that maybe it was an overstretch, that we didn't have a lot to talk about with that, but it evolved and kind of morphed. It was fun. It was a fun episode.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Tyler says, I think you guys were hitting the nail on the head in regard to mid-tempo music, with breakdowns being the perfect music for working out. I recently started going back to the gym, and in the beginning, I was really struggling to find the right music to keep me going, especially during cardio. In terms of metal, I mostly listen to Black and Death, but I've found that most music of those styles is either too fast or too slow for the gym. So randomly, I stumbled upon a style of music that I don't listen to anymore, but worked so well for me in the gym. And then in all caps, he writes, metalcore. Yeah, and then he says, typically a dirty word these days for true metal fans, but I was in middle school and high school during the commercial heyday of metalcore, so there's also a nostalgia.
It's fine, dude. We're not gonna out snob you on this shit. It's all good.
In some regards, maybe, but if you need to get your gains, you got to get your gains, man. Like, you know.
Plus, he was a kid, man. I mean, you got to start somewhere with metal.
That's true. Let's see what else he's at. Yeah, mid-tempo music filled with open palm, muted, chugs, and blah, blah, breakdowns. Yep. He said for him, it's specifically the stuff from the late 90s to the late 2000s. Yeah, and then he says, I do not dare to list any of the band names and open myself up to a Nick and the Douche style roast, although that would be a fun Patreon idea for you guys.
Yeah, that is good. We'll roast whoever... You Patreon, Jason will come up with the amount of money or whatever it is, and then we'll fucking roast you.
Actually, I like that idea. That's way better than saying something nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's what we'll do. If you pledge $10 a month, Nick and I, so Nick and the Douche, will roast you. $10 Patreon
based on what? Just the picture, or like what do we know about
just the name?
Like
all I know is like their name. Sometimes I even know that it's just like a screen name, like a handle.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
No, I mean, maybe with the $10 a month, they'll have to give us a short bio of them.
I like that better.
Or top 10 favorite bands or something.
Something like that.
We can make fun of them.
Yeah. Photo, bands, a description, like your Grindr profile or something, you know. Something to work off of.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The next one is also about workout metal. It is from Michael Pezzavento. He says, long-time listener, first-time caller. Loved the workout metal episode so much, I figured I'd have to write in.
Wow, dude.
I know.
2 emails about the workout metal.
You know, and the other funny thing is after I said that we weren't going to read as many emails, we started getting a lot more emails, and like a lot better quality emails, and a lot of people just in conversation have mentioned to me that they love the emails. So
okay,
yeah, so here we are, more emails.
Nice.
Anyway, he goes on, you definitely covered some of the staples. Manowar wrote a song specifically about lifting weights.
Oh, they did? Shit,
yeah,
we missed that one.
He says it's called Number One. It's admittedly terrible, but at least they have the muscles to make it credible.
That's true.
And then he said, also, how did Nick bring up Iron Maiden without talking about loneliness of the long distance runner?
Oh, as far as running goes, yeah, that's probably a great running song.
Yeah.
I don't run, so I guess I didn't know that, but it makes sense.
Yeah. And then he says, the heroic charging into battle vibe of Bolt Thrower absolutely lend itself to working out. For that reason, 2000s era Amon Amarth is my choice. The heavily down-tuned chugs and repetitive mid-tempo rhythms of something like Pursuit of Vikings is perfect for the row machine. Yeah, the rowing.
Yeah.
They do that fucking
That's what
rowing
they do in the
pit.
crowd.
Yeah, it's so... I don't know.
That is so funny.
I don't know about that.
Looking
That's
at the lyrics for Manowar #1. There's some funny shit here. Let the game begin. Hear the starting gun. Play from the heart today. We will overcome. When the game is over, all the counting's done. We were born to win. #1. So it's like this anthem, this sports anthem. Amazing.
Wow.
About training. So cool.
Leave it to Manowar for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they have the muscles to back it up, as the listener said.
That's right. Our next one is from Kyle Heater. I can never remember his fucking name. Kyle.
Come on, bro.
I know, dude.
Well, we can fucking roast him for his name, basically.
We really can. He writes in about episode 115 and 116, which I don't remember what those are off the top of my head. But it would be 115 was death metal vocalists, and 116 was...
What makes a death metal vocalist? Yeah,
I can't remember.
117 was desiccation. 116 was workout metal. 115 was great death metal vocalist.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 116 seems to be a listener favorite. Who knew?
Damn, crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, Kyle says... here's a submission for both an incredible modern death metal vocal display and a workout metal song.
Oh, shit.
This is a band called Entheos. And so I think I know about this band and this vocalist. Her name is Cheney Crab. I want to say they just played Metal Fest with us, but I could be wrong. But he talks about Kyle. I'm not going to read Kyle's whole email here, but he talks about like these almost like these new metal bands that they post videos of like their vocalists and they're like doing all these different styles, and it's almost like
I've seen this girl online. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's got like the really unmistakable eye makeup, and
she's very pretty as well, so that helps.
Yeah, and I feel like that's happening more and more with these extreme metal bands, and
where they don't go clean like they used to. They stay in the growl. Is that right?
I think, but I think they're just trying to like display a lot of different things in one song.
Okay,
you know.
I see. Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting. There's that band Dawn of Ouroboros too, and they did play Metal Fest. I saw like a minute of them, and it's like, oh, I recognize their singer, and it's because she has like super long blonde hair. And you see reels of her, and this is how I feel with this Cheney Crab person too.
Amazing. And they're signed to Metal Blade, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So he sent a little link. So let's listen to a minute of this Entheos. And this is interesting too, because I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of these things are kind of like, here's the band and it's featuring this singer. So like Entheos, featuring Cheney Crab. So
what do you mean? Is she not in the band or what?
Well, she is in the band, but it feels like
she's going solo soon. Then that's what that means.
Well,
that's one step to going solo.
It just feels like it's. I'm not even really sure what I'm trying to say.
They're just capitalizing on her Instagram popularity. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's like people never say like Deicide featuring Glenn Benton. But
no, it's a band, dude.
Right, but this feels like she's the star of the show, I guess, in some of these things. And like even this clip that Kyle sent us, it says Entheos, all for nothing, and then in parentheses it says one take vocal performance. So it really seems like these vocalists are like the star of the show for some of these bands, and it's just like an interesting new like social media thing. It seems like.
So if the hot female was the bassist, would they be highlighting like this?
I don't think so.
Probably not. Yeah, you're right. That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's
kind of weird.
I don't want.
It's this Instagram kind of shit. I kind of hate it.
It is.
It's like
it feels like Instagram type of shit, but it's like I don't want to say clickbait.
Sports is turning into this too, dude. I mean, I do like watching the NBA, but a lot of it is about like creating these short little snippets of action rather than the all-encompassing thing.
Exactly. So let's listen to a little bit of this Entheos featuring Cheney Crab. Here we go.
Okay, cool. Got it. Wow.
So like
it's very visual, dude.
Yeah.
I see why now. I see why.
Yeah, it's and I want to be clear. I'm not trying to throw shade about this. It's just
no. It's strange for sure.
I find it interesting, and like this video is just her. Like there's no other band members.
And she is, the way she's expressing herself is very visual. If I was just listening to that, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of a Meshuggah clone or something. But that shit, watching that was very entertaining.
Agreed.
And it fucking got me eye, dude.
Like,
I was just like
that song in and of itself, I'm not into, but that performance is great.
Yeah. Yep,
So
for sure.
I'm gonna continue with what Kyle says here because I want to talk about this a little bit more. He says, I also had to laugh at your assessment of Modern Live Deicide. I had literally just seen that tour the night prior to listening to the episode and confirmed that it seemed to be phoned in. And then he goes on about Behemoth ruling, which is just not true. Oh, here it is.
Just not true. Overlooking that.
Yeah, we'll just skip past that.
Skipping.
No, but here he goes. Okay, I think one interesting angle you guys missed in discussing death metal vocalists is this new trend of vocalists doing one-shot studio performances. I'm not a huge deathcore fan, but I know Will Ramos and Lorna Shore are wildly popular for this. Literally a gymnastic attempt at vocals hitting every single possible style and nuance. The link I provided to Cheney Crab fits into this.
Totally.
So,
obviously she's got vocal skills. She's very, very talented.
Yeah. And
it's fun to watch.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I don't like this trend. I don't like it.
No, me either. It's for me, it's missing the point.
Taking away. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. For me, it's missing
taking
the point.
away. Yeah.
And it is, so much of it is kind of that deathcore, metalcore stuff that I am just, not into as well. But she's obviously really good.
No doubt.
But it's not my style.
Super talented.
It's not my thing.
It bothers me how females are used in metal too.
Yeah,
this has been going on for a long fucking time.
For sure. Yeah.
If they're not pretty and they're not scantily clad, then they're not very popular.
Yeah.
If they are scantily clad, Nightwish, these got a lot of power metal bands do it. I don't know. It feels like these dorky dudes are getting their kicks by watching this hot girl sing, and this is now continuing in 2026. This girl. Yep. She's attractive, fun to look at, for sure, no doubt.
Yep. And that's part of it too. It feels like a regression because for so many years it was, so many people that I knew were like, we want this to be more inclusive. We don't want to have this association with misogyny. We don't have this association with sexism. Yeah. And then people like Joe Bench are around, and then it's like more and more people who are these amazing women and who are also gorgeous, but but they're not. That's not the reason that people are watching.
No.
And so this feels like a regression in a way.
And death metal fans are consisting of a lot of men. There's no doubt about it. So I've seen some slight, I kind of ignore it, but I've seen some slight obsession being drawn upon the girl that's in Frozen Soul. She's a bassist, I think. Yeah, it's kind of weird, dude.
And same thing with Stabbing. I mean, she's an amazing vocalist and she's very cute. Of course, but also I mean, I feel like it's always going to happen to a certain extent. I don't like it when people play into it. And
they're playing into it by making that the focal point. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't know if Stabbing is, but
I don't think so. No, I don't think Stabbing is.
No,
I don't see
this lady.
I don't see these type of things with Stabbing. So
where she's like wearing a bikini or something.
Yeah. Okay.
A badass female that we have to mention is that who you played with, and I saw her live and with Moonbladder, and then I bought her LP. It's fucking great. Leila Abdul.
Yeah, Leila. Yeah. She's
Leila.
great.
Dude, she's so talented.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
from Vastum and yeah, she's great.
Her solo stuff's really, really great too.
Yeah, super cool. All right, so this next one's getting sticky.
Okay.
This one is entitled Formal Complaint.
Oh, geez.
Yep. It's from Adam Stacy.
Oh, no. Friend of the pod.
Yep. I knew this was going to happen. Okay. I welcome it because this is an ongoing discussion that Adam and I have had, and I finally addressed it on the podcast, and it pissed him off.
No.
So but it's kind of awesome because I see his side and he sees my side too. But I'm going to read the letter that he wrote.
I hope it doesn't ruin your friendship.
I haven't talked to him since, so we'll see.
So it's still up in the air. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, we're not sure.
Shit.
Okay. Adam says, "Dear gatekeeping elitist motherfuckers."
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. He says, "I'd like to file a formal complaint regarding the recent comparison between a Stratosphere and Limp Bizkit, as well as the decision to mention my name with the immediate vicinity of that comparison." I remember you
talking about this.
Yeah. And then he says, "To be fair, I do understand the point you are making. A Stratosphere definitely wasn't a metal band in the purest sense, and a lot of the heavier parts were more about energy shifts, contrast, absurdity, or dynamics rather than trying to write authentic genre exercises for metal historians. That said, I feel compelled to defend the honor of those who are behind the music. First off, I wasn't even in the band yet during some of the more intentionally goofy, novelty metal material you were probably thinking of. Also, Dave Murray, your former Sculptured bandmate and actual metalhead, helped write a lot of these overtly metal material in the band, which makes this even funnier to me. But I genuinely became curious trying to think of what specific parts felt Limp Bizkit-y to you, because I honestly can't come up with much. Silent Elk always felt more black metal inspired to me, and Jungle Warfare or A Very Intense Battle doesn't exactly scream backwards Red Yankees cap energy either. The only song that rings true to your complaint is Body Slam. But I hope you understand that song is 100% parody. Please tell me that part was clear." He continues, "I do think you're right that most of the guys in a Stratosphere weren't deeply immersed in metal culture specifically, but I also think the band intentionally approached genres from the outside at times. The metal parts were often used more as textures or dramatic devices inside the arrangements rather than attempts at writing correct metal.
That's legit.
Which, to be clear, is probably exactly the thing that bothers you. Anyway, I love you guys and genuinely enjoyed the discussion. I just needed to submit an official response on behalf of the Stratosphere Department of Riff Classification. Sincerely, an ignorant musician trying his best to understand another white person's extremely confident genre taxonomy."
Whoa, have you guys talked about this personally? Have you engaged with him about this? Okay, so this is something's ongoing.
Yeah, so I want to reiterate, maybe clarify what I said a little bit, and maybe remind some people that aren't familiar. What I was trying to express, well, let me back up. Limp Bizkit was an unfair comparison. That's not really what I mean. I think it would probably be more accurate to say like Meshuggah or something like that, which again is not death metal. But I think Limp Bizkit was unfair and was a hyperbole for effect, and obviously that worked. However, my point is that a Stratosphere and so many bands like that who are amazing musicians, they can do klezmer, jazz, blues.
They couldn't pull it off, all these genres. Yeah, it's amazing. Incredible.
It seems like when they want to make metal, the backbone of the metal, even though they could play the style of Cynic, they could do Death's Human, they could do all this shit, they tend to do more like a Meshuggah, chugga, 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 chugga. over the top. They'll do fucking string sections and horns and all these beautiful things, but they always rely on this kind of like staccato riff master Meshuggah type stuff,
which is still technical death metal or whatever, technical metal, but there's a subgenre within that even, you know.
And it's great, and I get it.
Musicians.
I get it, but like if you strip away like all the stratosphere isms of like the melodies and the harmonies, and you just get to the backbone of the rhythm guitar and the drums, it's fucking like paint by numbers, you know, like Meshuggah-esque staccato metal. And that's what bugs me. And of course that's not 100% of the time. It's a blanket statement, but I would say a lot of it is like that.
I wonder if a jazz head would say, "Oh, that jazz part is so, you know, pedestrian."
And that's what it makes me think too. But I think that a band like a Stratosphere is much more schooled in like Middle Eastern scales, probably jazz, probably blues, than they are in like
probably
death metal. You know,
like I think you're right.
They're not like, they don't know Zizma demos. They don't know, you know, Dodheim's Guard. You know,
that's fine. I mean, I feel like we're starting to be known here as this kind of snobs about all this stuff, man. I that's not how I want to be put out. My friend Matt Kenny, friend of the pod. Hi, Matt. He said something recently. He probably didn't even realize he did it, but he's like, I can't believe you didn't know that, Mr. Metalhead, or something. You know, like he was talking about some topic, and he's like, I can't believe you didn't know that.
Interesting.
I was just like, what? Am I painting myself as somebody that isn't know it all about this shit? Oh no.
Well, I think maybe part of it is just the fact that we do this does kind of put us in a position where it seems like, I don't know. That's interesting.
I don't like it, man, because I do love metal and I love all types of metal, and I'm no fucking expert at all. You know?
No, but you're an expert compared to a lot of people. You know, I mean, you're
I'm 50 years old, though. That's all. It's just because of age and time. You know,
well, but it's also dedication. You know, you've been listening to music and metal music for a really long time, and with that comes with a certain amount of knowledge and expertise. And yeah, we're definitely not trying to be elitists here. And when when I say like liking Behemoth is wrong, obviously that is tongue in cheek. I would hope that people understand that means I don't like Behemoth. I don't care if you do. It's not. It's
of
no
course.
Skin off
And if you had a friend that was in love with Behemoth, you'd probably get along with them better than a friend that was in love with Jimmy Buffett or something. You know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So you know, I'm glad you're listening to Behemoth and not Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
Or whatever band you name it.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I don't think we're getting a reputation as being elitist. I think that Adam's email is also tongue in cheek.
Of course, he's a funny guy, and I've known his personality as well.
Yeah, but what I would like to
there's some truth to it a little bit. I think.
Well, no, but I think that's what makes it an interesting discussion. And I think the heart of so much of our discussions on this podcast are these weird little nuances that we don't really fully understand ourselves, and that's what I love about it. It's like I feel this way about a Stratosphere. It doesn't mean I'm right. You know,
no.
I mean, it doesn't mean that he's right either. It's all subjective, and that's what makes music such a beautiful thing, is nobody knows what they're talking about, really.
That's right.
But I would like to play a little bit of one of these songs just for some reference here.
So you can prove yourself correct that you were comparing it to Limp Bizkit?
Yeah. Actually,
what's the goal here?
I did an AI version of a Stratosphere, and I'm going to make Adam look like a jerk right now. No, this is one of the songs that he mentioned. This is the Silent Elk of Yesterday off of their Buck Fever record. And so to be perfectly honest, I haven't listened to a Stratosphere in quite some time. So a couple things could happen here. This could be like the most amazing metal song I've ever heard, or this could not be metal at all, because I don't really remember. So
we'll be the judge.
Yeah.
Because we're not elite.
We're not elitists. And yeah, exactly. But this is the Silent Elk of Yesterday by a Stratosphere. Not going to listen to the whole thing, but we'll just check out a little bit.
Okay, let's check it out.
Okay, sounds like Dimmu Borgir.
Yeah,
it sounds
totally.
like older Dimmu, sort of.
It does.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call. Which is great.
Yeah.
That shit's good.
I think I love that I played that because I feel like it proves both of us right and both of us wrong at the same time.
Okay, well, you were exaggerating by comparing to Limp Bizkit, but you were comparing to like mainstream metal, basically.
Yeah.
You're saying they're kind of
Yeah.
And maybe as not deep death metal fans or metal fans in general, that's the kind of shit they're going to hear,
Exactly, yeah. So that seemed like a happy medium between being like, yeah, those riffs are kind of pedestrian and, it's kind of like paint by numbers in a way, but it's definitely not Limp Bizkit and it's not even Meshuggah. So,
nope.
All right. Well, regardless, we love you, Adam, and I'm sorry to piss you off.
Yeah. Sorry to piss you off. Did he post something on Instagram about this too?
He did.
I remember.
Yeah. He was
mad, dude. He really was mad.
He was posting a bunch of Stratosphere clips, and he's like, "Is a Stratosphere boring metal?" and shit like that. So,
That's right.
I'll have to get a beer with them, and we can fight it out. We'll thumb wrestle or something.
I mean, we could have him on the pod again. I think you've had him on before.
I've never had him. I've always wanted to.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
let's have him on, dude.
Yeah, no, I'd love to. Yeah, he's one of the most amazing and skilled musicians that I know. So I would love to have him on.
Be great to have him on.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Our old friend of the pod, Mark Beavers.
Hi.
He writes in. He's the one that we text sometimes.
Yes.
He included his phone number here. He says, I have a topic for the podcast I wanted to share with you. I think an episode about set lists would be really cool.
Yeah.
What goes into choosing songs for performance? Then, like, he says, how does that differ from your solo projects versus a band? Is it a collaborative effort in a band, or does someone take lead? How far in advance of the tour is a set list decided? Do you like to swap out a song? Yeah. What songs have you wanted to play live, but for whatever reason it hasn't happened? Are there songs you played live that didn't work out? What are some other
This is a good one to get Steve Harris on the pod for, because he would have a lot to say about this, I think.
I will finally return that text from him. And maybe we can...
Jesus. We finally have a reason to bring him on.
Yeah. I've been looking for an excuse, but yeah.
But Jason, you'd have a lot to say about that. You would definitely be able to contribute quite a bit about that.
Yeah.
And I think that would be interesting.
I feel like for Agalloch, it's... For the most part, we all kind of know how we want it to flow, but John comes up with the flow initially, and then we'll tweak it from there.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But there is a lot that goes into it, and it's things that sometimes people wouldn't expect. I think, like, we'll write a set list, and then Hunter will be like, I don't want to play this fast song and this fast song right next to each other, because
you got to mix it up somehow.
That's 15 minutes of blasting for me. And then it's like, but this song's in this tuning, and this song's in this tuning, and this song ends on a C, the next song begins on a C, so that works really nicely, but like we'll adjust from there. So there's a lot of factors that go into it.
Yeah.
And we like to do like loops in between songs, and like this loop is tuned to this, and so it'll flow nicely into Ghosts of Midwinter Fires, or things like that. So
you got to really think about the flow. That's no doubt about it. Even with our solo shit, we think about that.
For sure. I'd like to get Guar on for that one, I think.
Okay.
Have them talk about it.
Drink.
Like, oh God, water. Yeah, no, that's a good one. And then the last email is from our friend Leonard Trombley. This is actually kind of similar. He says, the title of the email is Interesting Show Lineups.
Yeah.
With the recent announcement of the coming run of Agalloch shows, I noticed the New York City date was with Profanatica.
Nice.
That got me wondering, since these are two bands I like greatly but never pictured playing together, do you have any outstanding memories of shows you have either played or attended with lineups of bands you have never pictured playing together? And are you generally fans of these sort of pairings? I find them intriguing.
Well, any fan of Agalloch knows that this is not uncommon for them.
No.
So
Not
I think they're definitely one of those bands that does this on the reg, as the kids say.
Yeah.
I do enjoy a mixed bill. I do. It's
too.
strange mixing a death metal band with like a pop band or something, but I haven't really seen it very much. I can't think of one offhand, but I think, we've talked about Twin Tribes playing at the Metal Fest. I think that was fucking great,
Yeah. It was a palate cleanser after a couple days of.
But typically, Bungle is gonna tour with Melt Banana, which makes sense, and Benediction and Belt Thrower are gonna tour together. Typically that's how it goes, which is fine. But can you think of any or?
Well, I mean, kind of. I mean, like you said, Agaloc's done it a bunch. We like to do that. Bungle has also toured with a stand-up comedian, Neil Hamburger. So that's
Neil Hamburger. That's right.
Yep. So that's different. I mean, the one that just jumps into my head right away is when Cynic opened for Cannibal.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, still
it's
death
metal, but it's pretty different. But I mean, we've had openers that are like solo piano and drums. We've had electronic acts. We've had like ambient acts. But like outside of Agalock, it's like when I book shows now and then. I try to do that. I like to mix it up a little bit. I don't want just 3 or 4 bands that are just black metal or
of course not. No.
I think it's happening more and more, but it's not super common, I don't think.
These bills, that we see sometimes when the show starts at 5 or 6, when Dying Fetus is headlining, and it's like these 6 other death metal bands that nobody's ever heard of. That gets old, dude.
Yeah, it's too much.
I feel bad for the openers because I doubt a lot of people are coming at 6 o'clock when they start, but probably an opportunity for a young band to play a gig. But yeah, I mean, if it was a draw that, man, I can't think of anything right offhand. That's. That would bring me in that early. It was an unusual, unless it was like a really unusual band I don't really wanted to see. But
I mean, an argument could be made for Mortis, Uada, Rome.
That's true. That was a great show. Yeah, very eclectic. All dark bands. That's pretty much the only prerequisite there.
Yeah, really varied. I see stuff.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I see stuff somewhat locally, kind of like that, like high watermark shows sometimes. Like that show I did with Layla and Deep Cross, we're all like dark electronic, but Deep Cross is kind of ambient, leans into Godfleshy stuff at times. Layla's, more not dungeon synth, but more like I'm kind of noisy, cinematic. So it's similar, but it's and Menchie played too, and he's like just super ambient stuff.
Yeah.
So it happens, but I always enjoy it and appreciate it because it's just, I like the palate cleanser. I don't want to hear the blast beats for, 6 hours straight.
I mean, you used to hear about it happening, like, Metallica opening for Foghat or something.
Yeah.
Like, fucking blew them off the stage.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess, back then it was different when word of mouth was kind of what brought people to shows, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't see it as much as I wish I did.
I can't really think of anything.
I think festivals kind of do this a lot, I guess, but having just a group of bands that are all dark.
Yeah.
And whatever that means, I think that's pretty fucking awesome. It doesn't happen enough.
Oh, I think Roadburn, they're kind of like more into like heavy. I don't think they say dark, but they say heavy, but they are really good about having like a very wide definition of that. They have everything from like dark hip hop, like Dalek or something like that, to black metal, to death metal, ambient, dark folk.
Yeah, good call.
So, I mean, that's interesting. But yeah, I'd like to see more of it. I mean,
that could bring back the possibility of like eggs and tomatoes being thrown at a band. It would be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
We don't do that. That doesn't happen anymore, with like Aerosmith opening for Black Oak, Arkansas. Or something,
yeah.
I don't know. Just
man, I love tomatoes. I'd love to have some tomatoes.
Or like the chicken, the wireproof fence where they're throwing the beer bottles. Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome, man. Have you ever been to a show where like the band got booed off like that or were spit at? I mean, I can't think of too many where you hear about these things.
I mean, not to talk about the Cynic show again, but they weren't like spit at as far as I remember, but people were there for Cannibal, yes. Yeah, people were like, oh, like they'd start a song and people would be like, oh, what the fuck? And they wouldn't necessarily boo, but they were like displeased, and they would yell Cannibal in between songs and stuff.
Remember the Michael Graves era Misfits show with Cannibal? That was an interesting.
Oh,
yeah, remember that?
Yeah,
that was
I do.
Roseland '97 or so or whatever.
Yeah,
that was a cool little bill. I like that. Danzig does this a lot too. Danzig would bring like Behemoth, for instance, or Rotting Christ.
Yeah.
And that's kind of different than
his
shit. So that's kind of cool. When he was doing those festivals they used to do. I forget what they're called now.
Yeah, and I think that the kind of the neo-folk, dark folk stuff has been kind of getting in there, because a lot of bands are like, hey, if we get Errol Ruin or somebody like that, it's just a guy and a guitar. We have to pay him less. He's awesome, and it's less setup, and it's easier to tour that way.
Yeah.
So I think it's happening more and more.
I mean, this isn't discounting Eric. He's a very talented guy, and I love his music. But he's on a lot of tours lately, and that might be one of the reasons why. Might be.
I think you're right. I mean, it's like him and an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's all he needs.
Yeah. He can tell the stage guy to hook him up to a DI, and he's good to go. That's it.
Done. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we've played some shows with him. Like Muskox or like Nathaniel Solo, stuff like that too.
So
it's just
good. Jesus.
It's metal adjacent, and those type of lineups really work.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Especially with a band like you guys who kind of incorporates some of that stuff into it, you know?
Exactly.
So it makes sense, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, it's interesting.
I did miss Dry Wedding, though. What are they all about? I missed it at Revolution Hall.
Oh, I did too, because I was talking with you, I think.
I think so.
It's one of those bands I hate to put any kind of descriptor on.
Okay, cool.
I think they call them, oh God, I shouldn't even say this because this sounds wrong.
They made up their own genre?
Well, it's kind of like Nick Cave. It's kind of like dark Americana.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah. Okay, I'm reading their page. It says heavy gothic western post-punk.
Post-punk, yeah.
Jesus, that's crazy. Cool, I'm gonna check this out. Let's just see if their Bandcamp has cassette. Nope. Fuck this band. They have a shirt. And they have LP available.
Yeah, they do.
$20.
Yeah. They should make a cassette.
Heavy gothic western post-punk. Pretty cool, man. That's cool. I mean, it's difficult as it is. You know, there's so many bands now. It's difficult to find your way in life as a band. To be so eclectic, Stratosphere is kind of like that too. And it's a ballsy move, dude.
It
because
is.
You're just like, I'm limiting myself here, but I'm still going to do it because I love music or whatever.
Well, it is. Like a Stratosphere is a great point. I mean, they're amazing, but they put themselves in this like category that's
too much.
It's hard for people to digest that. They don't want all that information, you know.
Yep, that's right.
Which is too bad.
Maybe it's the school of Frank Zappa or something. I'm not sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I think the singer of Dry Wedding, Davey, I think he listens to the pod. So,
hi, Davey.
Hi, Davey.
Yeah, thank you.
Gingivitis.
We should have him on the pod sometime.
Yes, we should
talk about Dry Wedding.
Yep. We have
and the ballsiness it takes to put a band together that's so eclectic like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Totally. We'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Well, Nick, this was great. Listener emails are back and they're fun, and I especially love it when people email and yell at me for misguided things that I said. I like being corrected.
Yeah, I mean, I clocked that you said that at the moment when you mentioned Limp Bizkit in the same sentence as Stratosphere. So I was wondering if maybe he'd say something.
Yeah, well, he did.
But I'm also unsure of the readership or the listenership of this podcast. You know, sometimes I don't know who's listening.
I never know. I wasn't sure that he still listened, actually. No, that was just a test to see if he's still listening, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was just a test.
I'm going to make a correction. Deeper into the Dry Wedding Bandcamp, there are cassettes available.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I apologize, Davey. Thank you for having cassette available.
Man, that was a close one. That was a really close one. All right, man. That was great. Nick Woos.
That was fun.
I will see you next time.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
An Earth in Sound production.